So it is Friday, June the 6th, in the year 2025. Just around 12:35 here in Queens. Um, the temperatures today, we have it's around 83, but they're saying it feels like 86. Yesterday was probably the hottest day for us during the spring. Yesterday it was around 89 degrees, and after today we should be having temperatures falling into the 70s, the mid 70s. So let's get right into it. It was during the Bharrat Jagdeo, the Vice President's usual Thursday press conference yesterday that I learned of these 6 individuals sanctioned by the United States. 4 of them from Guyana, the other 2 from Colombia. The 4 from Guyana, 3 civilians and 1 police superintendent. I could remember a couple months back, that superintendent was the commander in Region 1, and I could remember reading about the DEA, in collaboration with the Kano, seizing these drugs. I think these drugs, if I could remember, were buried in holes in the ground. The DEA did not inform the Guyana police force about the operation, so it makes sense now why the DEA did not inform the Guyana police force. The Guyanese critic inquired from the vice president whether the vice president's government had any part, played any hand in what the United States did. It seems as though the vice president, he looked a bit surprised. He was saying yes, he knew that some names were coming up, but apparently he was not privy to those names. As you will see in the video, he can be seen asking an assistant to get a bit of information for him. He says he wants to read who are the names of the people before he makes a pronouncement, before he makes a statement. So it's not me saying that, you're going to see that in the video. Also, a reporter from Starbuck News inquired of the vice president about his past relationship with the Mohameds. Again, the vice president looked a bit flustered, he looked a bit irritated. You can look at the video, you can look at the body language. Eventually, the vice president said to the Starbuck News reporter that he has no relationship with the Mohameds. Also, the Alliance for Change, I remember voting for the Alliance for Change in 2011, 2015. They were not spared. The AFC is now saying that if back in government, they're going to push for a renegotiations with a lopsided EXXON contract. The Trotman, we could remember, was the man who signed that agreement. I could remember Trotman, I was in Guyana when he said that he was instructed to sign the agreement. Trotman also said that the coalition was thinking at the time that if they have an American company on the ground in Guyana, the man from Venezuela, Maduro, would think twice about trying to be aggressive towards Guyana with an American company on the ground. The vice president was very upset with the AFC, saying that some of the same people who took part in the 5-month fiasco, that's the election fiasco in Guyana from the AFC, are the same people coming back now with lofty promises. So I was inquiring for my wife about Adriana Young in terms of if she heard anything. What I do know is that there is a memorial service for Adriana Young in Brooklyn at 6 p.m. today at a church in Brooklyn. And my wife was telling me that her body is supposed to return to Guyana for burial before the ending of June. So I'd like to tell you guys, you can watch that video, make your judgments, drop your comments, and I'd like to wish each and every one of you a pleasant weekend.
Dr. Jagdeo, good afternoon. Mikhail Rodriguez for Daybreak News. The OFAC sanction list has just been updated with the name of 4 Guyanese in relation to drug trafficking, illicit drugs, and 2 Colombians with connections to the drugs trade and money laundering in Guyana. Can you say if your government played any role with giving information to the U.S. and helping with the eradication of the drug trade in Guyana?
Well, we have a DEA presence in Guyana. And we have a close working relationship with the U.S. government and with the law enforcement agencies in the United States of America. I've not seen, I'm here at a press conference, there was an expectation that the sanctioned entities would have, or the additional sanctions would come earlier, but apparently they did now. And so I've not seen their names. You said it's relation to drug trafficking. I would like to, I don't mind commenting on it, but I would like to just read what it is. Steve, why don't you print it out for me? I don't mind commenting on it, but I need to read it first. There's sanction, who was sanctioned and what. But if it's to, let me see.
That's from the OFAC website itself.
Or the, but including from Guyana. So
some Colombians and 4 Guyanese.
Some Colombians who are living here? Oh, no, they're from.
Their address is not here, but it is in direct relation to.
I will look at it later and then give a comment. However, let me.
All right, thank you, sir. My other question, this is relation to your personal relationship, or should I say past relationship with Mr. Mohamed.
What was that, by the way? What was that relationship with? He asked me about my personal relationship or my past relationship with the Mohammed. So tell me, what was that?
So the question is directly.
No, what was that relationship? You're asking me about it. Tell me, what was the relationship? I'm waiting. I'm relaxing here. All right. Tell me, what was it?
I'm asking, sir, if there was a relationship, and could you say
what kind of relationship?
Business
I
or
like
personal?
Women. I like women. There is no relationship there. What kind of relationship are you talking about?
I'm asking. I'm not certain. I'm just asking if there was a relationship.
I could ask, did the AFC visit the lunar, like the Mars last week? You could ask anything under the world. It doesn't mean it's making sense. So you tell me, you're talking about relationship. What relationship? I didn't help him to smuggle no gold out of the country, 10,000 kilograms. I wasn't involved in paper shorts matter. I wasn't involved in the his Lamborghini business. So what relationship you're talking about? That's it. They bandy these things around. Now, did I see the man before? I seen a lot of people, including Norton. I shake Norton's hand from time to time. He is a little sour one time. He laughed at me the next time at a convention center. So what relationship do I have with Norton? I met Nigel Hughes a few times. I even in the public sometimes. You even have criminal types who come and take picture with me. I don't know who they are. A lot of criminal types come. So
there was no relationship.
No relationship.
Thank you.
That's what I'm trying to find out. What relationship? This is the Starbuck News again. Rewriting of history. And by the shameful actors, the same people, the same AFC, not even PNC. I can understand Norton saying this. You know, like he could say, well, I was busy on the periphery of government. I didn't know about them things. It was Ranger and the others. I was busy at Bamba Mali or somewhere else working. You know, so he could claim he didn't know. But the same people who are central to this lopsided contract, they are the ones who are the central players now saying, oh, we want to renegotiate. Raphael Trotman wrote a book about this. He didn't write a book about this, how the people drafted the cabinet memo for him. He wrote a book about it. Must confess, I didn't read the book. But I trust there's nothing much there. So, rewriting history. So come back to policy. I'm dealing a lot with policy again, oil and gas policy. Look at our oil and gas policy. We laid it out in opposition. We said, these are the sectors in which we're going to spend the money. We laid out education, healthcare, infrastructure. We'd save some for the future. We'll give some back to people, to vulnerable groups, children, women, pensioners, and now we've even gone to a universal kind of cash grant, which we did recently. We laid out what we wanted to do before we got into office with the money. We made it clear that we're going to improve the framework, which we've done by putting in place about 8 or 10 new measures, including a local content law that has transformed the way these oil and gas foreign companies treat Guyanese now.